Hello, this is Pastor French bidding you welcome to another segment of Daily Bread. Well, we finally answered the question, when does a baby in the womb become a person? Ever since Roe v. Wade in 1973, this has been the argument for abortion. The fetus is not really a human being yet, so we can abort it. Of course, people argued about what stage of its development would be a point where you could not perform the abortion. The state of New York has now answered that argument. It can be murdered even after it is born. If a woman decides she doesn't want the child even after she's given birth, she can have it killed. They still have the audacity to stand and say, God bless America. I have no idea what Bible these people are reading, but it isn't the one I read all of my life as a believer. In the book of Exodus, chapter 20, it records the giving of the Ten Commandments to Moses. One of those says, you will not commit murder. We not only say God bless America, but we say we are a Christian nation founded upon Judeo-Christian principles. I have serious doubts as to the validity of that claim. New York even went so far as to say abortions could be carried out by non-medical persons. I thought back alley abortions was one of the things they were trying to stop when they legalized abortion. What kind of person does it take to hold a newborn baby and then give it a lethal injection taking its life? I personally don't think I would want to be acquainted with such a person. When the Allies discovered the death camps at the end of World War II, it was found that medical experiments had been performed on children. The most notable person doing this was a so-called doctor by the name of Joseph Mengele, a member of the Nazi Party. He did most of the experiments on twins, and many of them died from the treatment. When this was made public, people in this country and around the world were outraged. What kind of people were these who could do such things to children, let alone the millions they put to death in the gas chambers? This, I know, will make some people mad, but I don't think they are much different than the people who are making and carrying out these laws on abortion today. It was asked in 1945 what kind of people could do such a thing. I think the question is valid today about those who are advocating for abortion. The question arises, how could we go from the limits put on abortion as it was when it started to what it has become now? In the beginning, they start with what they can get. And then as time passes, people get used to the idea and more calloused and depraved in their thinking. Then they ask for more. And over time, there are fewer and fewer objections. There's an old saying that says, give an inch, and they will take a mile. Well, we are seeing the abortion activists taking their mile. When this was announced, there were people cheering the law with enthusiasm. I wonder how many of those who were cheering would take offense if it was suggested to them it would have been better if their mother would have aborted them. It's like the professor who was speaking at a university in Texas saying, what we need is a plague to come on the world to decrease the population. But when it was suggested to him that maybe he should be the first one to get sick and die, he was infuriated. It's always good for everyone else, but never for the ones who are advocating for these kinds of things. Let me conclude this segment with this. I know that all Americans do not agree with abortion and laws such as New York just put into place, but the number is growing fast who do, in the general population and among those who make the laws. I say, repent, America, so that Jehovah will be able to bless us as a people. We need to wash our garments and cleanse our hands so that we might be acceptable to Him. Thanks for watching, and remember, until next time, give love, give life, give Jesus.